In a shocking turn of events, music mogul P. Diddy found himself entangled in a legal battle that rocked the entertainment world. Accusations surfaced alleging his involvement in a human trafficking ring that preyed on vulnerable young women seeking stardom in the music industry. As headlines blared across newspapers and social media platforms, the public was left reeling, grappling with the unsettling revelation that even the most revered figures in society could be implicated in such heinous crimes.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
But the scandal surrounding P. Diddy was just the tip of the iceberg in a much larger and more sinister web of exploitation and abuse. As investigators delved deeper into the case, they uncovered a network of wealthy and influential individuals who had long operated with impunity, using their power and privilege to prey upon the most vulnerable members of society. At the center of this web was Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy financier with a sprawling estate in the Caribbean known as Pedophile Island. Epstein's lavish lifestyle and connections to the political and financial elite had long raised eyebrows, but it wasn't until his arrest on charges of sex trafficking that the full extent of his depravity came to light. Epstein's case sent shockwaves through the corridors of power, exposing the dark underbelly of wealth and privilege. As details of his crimes emerged, it became clear that Epstein had been able to operate with impunity for years, shielded by his vast wealth and connections to powerful figures in business, politics, and entertainment. But Epstein's arrest was just the beginning of a long and arduous journey towards justice, as prosecutors and investigators began to unravel the threads of his vast criminal enterprise. They encountered numerous obstacles and roadblocks along the way, from stonewalling witnesses to legal maneuvering by Epstein's high-powered defense team. Every step towards justice seemed to be met with resistance. Despite these challenges, prosecutors pressed forward with their case, determined to hold Epstein and his accomplices accountable for their crimes. As the trial unfolded, attention began to shift toward other high-profile cases, illuminating a disturbing pattern within elite circles. The cases of celebrities like R. Kelly, whose infamous trials and convictions for sexual abuse and trafficking echoed similar exploitative behaviors, suggested a broader systemic issue. The details emerging from the courtroom painted a grim picture of manipulation and abuse, often facilitated by the celebrity status that should have been a force for good. Public outrage grew as these trials revealed more than just the actions of individuals. They displayed a whole network of enablers, from assistants and managers to high-powered attorneys and complicit friends who looked the other way. It became increasingly clear that the problem wasn't just the rich and powerful exploiting their positions, but also a societal structure that allowed such abuses to flourish unnoticed or unchecked. In response to these scandals, there has been a push to strengthen legal protections against human trafficking and sexual abuse, particularly involving minors. Some of the laws passed in the wake of these trials include stricter penalties for traffickers, improved support systems for survivors, and greater transparency in legal proceedings involving high-profile individuals. For instance, the Survivors' Bill of Rights Act, adopted in several states, aims to make the legal process less traumatic for survivors of sexual assault, ensuring they have access to information and protections throughout the judicial process. The trial outcomes themselves have served as precedents for future legal actions against similar high-profile figures. R. Kelly's conviction on charges of racketeering and sex trafficking marked a significant victory for prosecutors and an assurance to the public that justice could be served, regardless of an individual's fame or resources. It was a decision that echoed through the halls of the entertainment industry, warning others who might have felt untouchable. The media played a crucial role in these cases, not just in reporting facts, but also in shaping public discourse around issues of celebrity criminality and responsibility. Investigative journalism, such as the exposés that brought down Harvey Weinstein and shed light on Epstein's network, proved pivotal in drawing public attention and outrage to these cases.
In May 2018, Harvey Weinstein was arrested and appeared in court, charged with sex crimes.
To lure young women into situations where he was able to violate them sexually. Our investigation is ongoing, and we have encouraged other survivors to come forward.
As these high-profile cases continue to unfold, they underscore the need for vigilant, ongoing efforts to address and prevent abuse at all societal levels. The connection between wealth, power, and sexual exploitation remains a critical area of concern, requiring not only legal responses but also cultural and ethical shifts. Advocacy and continued public engagement are essential in ensuring these issues remain at the forefront of social consciousness, pressing for a system where no individual, no matter how powerful, is above the law. Reflect on these stories, join the conversation to end exploitation and protect every child. Subscribe to stay informed and be part of the movement for change.